Good morning. Welcome to the pipeline. Y'all, I'm still laying down, fully dressed, jump back in the bed. Tired. Good morning. Welcome to the pipeline, people. Welcome, where we got more audio than we do visuals, right? Y'all come in here, hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell every time I drop. You'll be the first one to get it. It's the little bell to the right. The notification bell. Hit the bell. Subscribe to the channel. Y'all, I got it. We going live tonight. I'm not even about to just string this video along and just jump in when I want to. I'm jumping straight into it. Like, what is going on in Chicago is very heartbreaking around the world. And the stuff that's going on in Chicago is stuff that happens everywhere, all around the world. Chicago may just have bigger numbers. But it's like the rest of the world, to me, you know what? I'm going to just say that till later on tonight, because once I get to going, it's going to get deep. But rest in peace, FBG Cash. Cash was my favorite FBG member. And then it was Duck for me, number two. Both of them was talented brothers. The talent was there. A lot of people say, well, it's the dissing, it's the dissing of the day. I think that do play a part too. But you got to think of a lot of these drill rappers, they whole careers be based off of real life events and dissing. Chicago is filled with pain, retaliation, revenge, and a lack of resources. So I'm going to go in and do, because I love Chicago. I love Chicago. Chicago is my neighbors. I have family in Chicago, and I love Chicago. I'm sorry. Sorry, Mama Duck, for your loss. Sorry for your loss. I sit back and I watch a lot of these bloggers go in on Mama Duck, and true enough, everybody is entitled to their opinion. And a person can't knock you for your opinion. But this is the thing that I feel like people don't have compassion or regard for human life or any compassion for what the next person is going through. If you never lost a child or multiple children, you can't understand that pain. You just can't. If you do not live in the streets of Chicago, you do not understand that pain. Keep in mind, we all got glass houses. Each and every last one of us live in a glass house. So before you go ridiculing a mother who have lost not one but two multiple children, try to remember, you also live in a glass house, and your house is not perfect. And your flaws and your mama flaws and grandmother and father flaws, it could be seen straight through, just like the world is judging this lady off of the loss of her children. It doesn't matter to me who is at fault. It is the principle of the lack of respect that as humans seem to not have. We came to a place in this world where gentrification has completely taken over. The internet has completely taken over our mental thoughts, our brain, the way we think. These phones and the internet control so much of people's lives that they seem not to even understand how much it has a control over these people's lives. Let's talk about Tuka. Let's talk about Tuka this morning. Tuka was a kid. Tuka was 14 to 15 years old when he was murdered. Why do the world feel that his name is so important to constantly diss the dead and smoking on Tuka? Honestly, if I was Tuka parents, I hope somebody in Tuka association get this. Go copyright Tuka's name. If they gonna use that young boy name like that for clout and for views, go copyright his name so y'all can get a check. Period. They got this little boy and they like, rest in peace, Tuka, smoking on Tuka. These kids ain't resting in no peace. Y'all know I'm constantly talking about the disrespect with the dead. Tuka was 14, 15 years old, and the whole world is fascinated with this little boy life. He didn't live the life that a lot of them live. He wasn't another King Von and stuff like that. Tuka was a kid from a block who was associated with friends who were allegedly gang members. Tuka didn't live that life like a lot of these guys live. He was a kid. The people on his block so happened to be gangbangers, allegedly. He's a kid. Why is it so important that the whole world is so fascinated from smoking on Tuka? It's so disrespectful. The world is riding a wave off of some babies. K.I. was another one. They label her the female assassin. She got all these bodies, 20, 30 bodies. That baby ain't have all them goddamn bodies that the world is making up and running with on this little girl. We not gonna say she wasn't about that life, but y'all, I mean, the bloggers, the information that comes from this content and these narratives has gotten the world bamboozled. K.I. was a young girl, 15 years old, who allegedly lived a gang life, and y'all say she murdered all these people. Man, these is kids we talking about who the world is fascinated with, and the world has made up stories on these babies and did a smear campaign against these kids. All around the world, people is fascinated with K.I. and Tuka. Keep in mind, little JoJo was another one who was 12 or 13 when he was gunned down due to gun violence. It's so much with the GDs and BDs and this little boy JoJo. I mean, y'all, the history that it's just crazy, the clickbait to me that the world has put on these babies. And 10 years later, 15 years later, these babies' names is still caught up in internet beef and internet gossip. The world is so factuated. The world is so factuated with Chicago. Chicago is a very great place. Good people is there. Whatever the world have people thinking in our government and these politicians and these internet bloggers, the papers they putting on Chicago, y'all don't know what's really going on up here. Y'all don't know. And y'all know I'm coming from the Midwest. Y'all know I represent the Midwest very strong and the up north very strong, because I get tired of the world coming for us like we just the worst kind of people on this earth when we are some of the most talented, successful creatures up north. Men and women, kids. It's so much talent and so much potential. We always constantly get robbed and taken advantage of, whether if it's through the music, whether if it's through fashion, or whether it's internet bloggers making up stories on Chicago and Midwest artists. For some reason, y'all still choose not to give us our flowers, constantly want to steal from us, and on top of that, always lying. These stories that y'all hear about Chicago, half of them is made up and regurgitated. You really got to know the truth and live up here to even understand what we go through. Our way of life and our survival instincts is different from another. It's different from another. You got to be from here to understand our pain and our need to survive by any means necessary. So sometimes when you are in an environment that you want to survive and still stay afloat, sometimes it's hard. It's hard to stay on the right narrow path. So what end up happening, not just to up north folks, down south folks as well. You get caught up in the wrong environment, hanging with the wrong people, and you end up veering off and ended up either losing your life or causing someone else to lose theirs. Have compassion for the city of Chicago. Try to understand the way of living and the way of thinking that goes on in Chicago. It's different. So when people get on here and disrespect to me, Mama Duck, and I think as a hip hop mother, I don't think there's no other mother that we could compare to in our music history that have been through so much pain, loss, and devastation as Mama Duck has experienced. Regardless of if the world feel she's too old to do this or she's not equipped to do that, where is the support? Why kick somebody down further than they already down instead of supporting? What is going on? Give her some love. When you go over to her chat, send some condolences or some cash apps or some praying hands or some positive thoughts or words of encouragement before we just get on this internet and hit this button going live, or you get on Instagram and you get to type in and you hitting on these buttons. Try to have compassion for what somebody else is going through, because as a mother myself, and a lot of us are parents that is on this internet, we can't understand that type of pain. Losing that many kids, regardless of how we feel about our parenting. Who said you the best parent? Who said I'm the best parent? Who said she's the best? It doesn't matter about how the world feel about her parenting or the decision that she makes as an adult. But I tell you what, it's more men supporters coming to Mama Duck's defense than I see women coming to her defense. And that's what made me speak on it. I'm going live and doing a whole nother video on it tonight. Because you would think these women with these platforms would use their platforms, especially if they bigger or small. You would use your platform in the right way to unite women or try to come to empower our women. And that doesn't matter what race you are. Empower our women. It's steady going against them. So I feel like this is just how I feel, and this is my own personal opinion. Women, all women, we all have to do better, whether if it comes to parenting, whether if it comes to our careers, our business endeavors, our health, we got to do better. We do. And as I sit back these last few, I would say the last year, since I've been blogging and covering these stories with different women and the crimes and the acts that's being brought up on these women in different type of ways, is my heart goes out to them. And I have to talk to you women tonight about trying to be in the limelight with these guys with these reputations. And I'm not talking about, for instance, FBG Cash. I'm talking about simple. Look what happened with Trouble. Look what happened with Kevin Samuels. Look what happened to Mo3. Women, I want to talk to y'all tonight about the decision-making abilities that we do have. We got to quit being so caught up by the bravado and the mystigio of material things and getting with people for their reputations or the material or the cars or the jewelry. It's so much more to life than being caught up by the things that don't even mean no good or make a difference or ain't gonna help you benefit or grow or prosper, by the men that you choose to date. One thing about a lot of these men, I'm not even gonna say a lot of them. One thing about them, quite a few of them move very sloppy. These men, some of them, like I said, live double lives. They live gang affiliated lives or drug dealing kind of lifestyles. Ladies, pay attention to what you're attracted to, because when these guys, I'm sorry, y'all, when these guys have these reputations, you got to be careful with that, because when danger strikes, 9 out of 10, you will be associated. That's why I say we could be guilty by association a lot, because it don't necessarily always have to be things that you into. You could be with a dude, and so happens some people pull up on him, some things go left. You're going to be the one that they say set it up. You're going to be the one that they come after. Your kids is going to be in danger, because this is how this go. This is real life. Quit thinking because y'all riding with these people that got these high names, and this is not directly towards nobody in particular. I'm strictly just speaking for women. Be careful of what you attracted to, because the way this world is set up, man, is like a lot of innocent women lives are getting taken from being guilty by association. And I'm not saying we don't have women out here that's going with the setup people and all that stuff. That karma is gonna hit them. And we see what is happening with a lot of these women that they finding in trunks and finding buried in alleys and whatnot. It's a real life thing. And you got to take your life serious. And when you connected and affiliated with these type of guys, man, ain't no sympathy for you because you a girl. Ain't no sympathy. They will come for you, your children, your mother. If they can't get who they want to, they going to come for the next one close to them. So keep that in mind. And I'm not saying that's in every case. I'm just saying when it comes to the street life, and these women want to ride or die and do all of this and get caught up. Don't literally get caught up, baby. Because we all one step away from the last breath, men and women. Look at what this world is coming to. My heart goes out to Chicago. My heart goes out to the people in Chicago. The world is taking a turn for the worse. And I think all my life, we can all say this. We have never seen a time the way that we see the times are now. So much depression, so much alcoholism, so much promiscuous behavior. What is the lack of within self that we cannot find where we would rather go out here and crash? Because that's what you're doing. Whether if you picking up a weapon or you not taking care of your health, it's a lot of people dropping in their 20s and 30s and 40s, y'all, health complications. We is crashing out in rapid numbers. And it's scary and it's heartbreaking. Because now, with the world turning the way that it's turning to, everybody got these wars up. Everybody can't, I don't trust nobody. I don't eat this food. I can't go here. I can't go there. But everything what people can do is pick up the phone and jump on the internet and stay in everybody else's goddamn business. That's what we can do. We have no problem doing that. But we can't do no research on bettering ourselves. We ain't trying to get no mental health. And we could care less about our health. But we busy worried about Chicago and smoking on Tuka and KI. And the world is so fascinated with all the wrong things. Pay attention to your circle. Pay attention to your glass house. Because we all got one. Going live tonight at 9 p.m. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Pipeline News 2020 at gmail.com. Oh, I got some stuff we're going to let off today. I see y'all at 9.